Every one of these WWE superstars you're about to see are big bloody losers. They've all looked up at the lights or tapped out more than the rest of the roster, and some of these are definitely going to surprise you. I'm Chris Apples from Aussie Cousins Wrestling, and these are the top 20 biggest losers for 2025 so far. So to start off, we're counting all matches under the WWE brand, from broadcasters shows to house shows and of course PLEs, taken from the end of the 30th of June edition of Raw. Equal number 20, Nia Jax, 13 losses from 17 matches. Nia Jax was on last year's biggest loser lists and also the biggest winners list too, but spoiler alert, she's not getting anywhere near the biggest winners list this year. Nia scrapes in ahead of Chelsea Green and Michin, also on 13 losses, by way of a higher losing percentage, in a year where she started out as the champ, and then immediately lost it on the first show of the year in an epic cash-in from Tiffany Stratton. Equal number 20, Tommaso Ciampa, 13 losses from 17 matches. Let's all have a moment of silence for Tommaso Ciampa's 2025. Actually, let's not do that because that is terrible for YouTube retention. Tommaso Ciampa also started the year as champion alongside DIY partner Johnny Gargano as the WWE Tag Team Champions. After being one of the biggest winners last year, Ciampa has, in kayfabe, been on a bit of a terrible run with just the 2 wins all year along with a couple of no contests. Number 19, Grayson Waller, 13 losses from 16 matches. The Aussie icon has been bumping like a madman all year, but unfortunately it's mostly for other people's highlight reels. With just 3 wins in 2025, Waller has become Monday Night Raw's go-to fall guy. Still, with a premium live event in Australia coming up later this year, there is hope that he ditches the jobber jacket and steps into a spotlight of his own. And that of course is right here in Perth. Number 18, Chad Gable, 13 losses from 15 matches. We're not going to include El Grande Americano's only loss this year, which of course was at Money in the Bank, because that's clearly actually Ludwig Kaiser, isn't it? Chad Gable is a perennial loser on a list like this, despite being one of the most talented wrestlers in the world. Gable's storylines this year have seen him consistently getting frustrated at the amount of losses he's taken, but unfortunately will be out of the ring for a while after succumbing to injury. Number 17, Shinsuke Nakamura, 13 losses from 14 matches. Another year, another losing streak for Shinsuke. He ended 2025 as United States champion and then dropped the belt back to LA Knight after a single title defense. Since then, Nakamura's been eating pins in every multi-man match you can think of. It's almost become tradition at this point. Shinsuke starts the year strong, then crash lands into the losers bracket. At least he's consistent. Number 16, Miles Bourne, 14 losses from 26 matches. From almost making the winners list to just scraping into the losers, Miles Bourne is having a breakout year despite the L's. With 14 losses, sure, the numbers aren't flattering, but he's picked up just enough wins to stay respectable, and his stock is definitely rising. After a standout showing in the Battleground main event alongside Obafemi and a growing fanbase on the NXT loop, expect this Randy Orton 2.0 to flip the script before the year is done. Number 15, Wes Lee, 14 losses from 24 matches. Wes Lee's return from a brutal back injury had fans rooting for a triumphant comeback, but what we got instead was a confusing heel turn that never quite found its groove. Wes Lee is one of NXT's most natural baby faces, and it just doesn't click as a bad guy. Now linked up with Chick Williams in a surprising alliance, there is still hope for a rebound, but so far in 2025, Wes feels more lost than dangerous. Number 14, Javon Evans, 14 losses from 24 matches. Javon Evans is too explosive, too charismatic, and frankly too good to stay on a list like this. Most of his 14 losses came earlier in the year during heated feuds with Ethan Page and the Dark State faction. But now that he's debuted on SmackDown at just 21 years old, you'd better believe this is only a temporary stop on the loser train. Big things are coming for ya boy. Number 13, Kehlani Jordan, 14 losses from 22 matches. Kehlani Jordan has all the tools, an elite athletic background, incredible aerial ability, and that underdog spark, but her character's been stuck in tweener limbo, switching from heel to face depending on the week. Often booked as the nearly was, she's the one who gets close only to fall short in the final stretch. A main roster call-up could be just the jolt her momentum needs, especially if she's paired with a seasoned vet to elevate her game. Number 12, Kale Dixon, 14 losses from 16 matches. Kale Dixon is repping the rebooted Chase University, and so far, let's just say this semester's report card isn't looking great. Teaming with the equally unlucky recruit we'll meet later in this list, Kale's losses usually come down to poor preparation, bad timing, or just getting plain outclassed. NXT fans haven't exactly bought into the new Chase U either, and if things don't turn around soon, this school might be heading for an early closure. Number 11, Liv Morgan, 15 losses from 23 matches. Liv Morgan was everywhere in early 2025, stacking up screen time, playing a pivotal role in multiple storylines, and unfortunately also stacking up losses. But just as things were heating up, she suffered a serious injury, likely keeping her out until the Royal Rumble next year. That's a brutal blow, especially with Evolution 2 on the horizon, where she was primed for a big spotlight. She may be on this list now, but Liv's story will continue next year. If you folks are new here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more content from Aussie Cousins Wrestling. And of course, like the video so this gets sent out to more and more people. And if you want to, please leave a comment down below and let me know who you think is the most surprising name to come on this list. And you know what? It may very well be number 10, Jacob Fatu, 15 losses from 23 matches. Let's be clear, Jacob Fatu has only been pinned once in his WWE career, and that was by Solo Sikoa at Night of Champions. But despite that, he's still sitting at 15 losses this year. Why? Blame it on the SmackDown booking vortex. Whether it was DQ finishes or thrown together tag matches with Tama Tonga, Fatu spent most of the first half of 2025 stuck in chaos. The dude's a monster. He deserves better. Let's hope the second half of the year finally unleashes the real Samoan werewolf. Number 9, Carmelo Hayes, 15 losses from 21 matches. Melo may not miss, but WWE Creative sure did. Carmelo Hayes came into 2025 looking like a breakout star in the making on the main roster, racking up high-profile matches on SmackDown, even if most ended in defeat. But over the past few months, he's been slowly fading into the background, a victim of that all too familiar curse of no storyline, no screen time. The talent is clearly there. The question is, will WWE remember that they've got him? Number 8, Uriah Connors, 15 losses from 19 matches. The other half of the struggling Chase U reboot, Uriah Connors has had a rough go. As the son of WWE legend Fit Finlay, the potential is definitely there, but right now, he's mostly known for being the guy who takes the pin when Chase U inevitably crashes and burns. It's not entirely his fault, it's a bad gimmick, and bad booking go along with bad timing. Number 7, Piper Niven, 15 losses from 18 matches. The secret hervis of the Green regime, Piper Niven has perfected her art. Whether it's ringside interference or bullying Chelsea Green's opponents, Piper's the muscle, and she plays that role brilliantly. The downside, she's often the one eating the pin to protect Chelsea's shine. Number 6, Johnny Gargano, 15 losses from 18 matches. Johnny Wrestling has only one win this year, and it came way back at the Royal Rumble in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Since then, it's been mostly heartbreak for DIY, with a couple of no contests and a mountain of losses. For a guy who was one of 2024's biggest winners, this year has been a total flip. But let's be real, Gargano is such a team player, he'd probably take 100 L's if it helped the story. Number 5, Nikita Lions, 15 losses from 17 matches. Breaking into the top 5, Nikita Lions has had a rough go in 2025. While her TV appearances have been few and far between, she's been a regular on the NXT live event loop, usually on the losing end. Once pegged for a main roster call-up, her momentum has been derailed by a series of injuries. Her only wins this year, 2 appearances down in Evolve. Number 4, Laney Reed, 17 losses from 21 matches. Laney Reed just squeaks onto this list thanks to her recent jump onto NXT TV, where she debuted by challenging for the Women's Championship. Now that is bold. But before that big opportunity, she was the go-to in enhancement talent across NXT house shows, racking up loss after loss. Still, Laney's got potential. With more main roster call-ups likely on the horizon, she could be part of the next wave of breakout stars in NXT. Number 3, Brooks Jensen, 18 losses from 25 matches. It's been a brutal year for Brooks Jensen, losing constantly both on TV and live events as part of the culling. And just when it couldn't get any worse, bam, Izzy Dame takes him out with a steel chair and boots him from the group in a totally out of nowhere backstage segment. His character feels completely adrift, and unless there's a total change in the works, Brooks might be stuck in developmental limbo. Number 2, Tavon Heights, 18 losses from 23 matches. Tavon Heights may be racking up L's now, but don't be shocked if he changes that around by year's end. The former Olympian has real talent, and even though he's split from tag partner Miles Bourne, his solo performances are picking up steam. He's following a slow burn path not unlike Bourne's, showing more fire and confidence with every match. If WWE pulls the trigger, Tavon could be a breakout star in the making. And number 1, Roxan Perez, 19 losses from 26 matches. Your biggest loser of 2025 so far is Roxan Perez. But let's be clear, while Roxy's taken the most losses of anyone this year, he's never felt irrelevant. Every match she's in, she looks like a credible threat to win, and that's no small feat. Since her post-WrestleMania main roster call-up and shocking alliance with Judgment Day, she's quickly become a key player on Raw. And now with Liv Morgan sidelined, Perez might just turn all those early year losses into a massive end of year comeback. And that's the list for the biggest losers in the WWE for 2025 so far. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the video coming soon for the biggest winners in the WWE so far this year, as well as plenty more content that we have got planned here on Aussie Cousins Wrestling. Help this video grow more by liking the video and leave a comment down below and let us know who you think will actually make this list by the end of the year as well. I've been Chris Apples and you've been so wonderful to watch that I'm going to put up another video right now from the ACW library for you to continue your journey with us.